See, as per our roadmap, first comments. See, comments are English words. We use comments for code documentation. See, comments are English words. We use comments for code documentation. This is primary purpose. See, when it comes to general, purpose of comments. What is the purpose of comments, Madhuri?
To disable the code execution.
That is secondary purpose. First, tell me the primary purpose.
It is used for the readability.
Readability. That is primary. See, disable
Yes.
from execution. That is secondary. See.
Yes, sir.
To make the code readable or understandable. To make the code readable. Next. To make the code disable from execution. Say, comments global topic. You can find comments in all programming languages and scripting languages, not only in VBScript. Syntax may vary from one language to another, but purpose same. See, what is the VBScript syntax? Use single quote. The symbol name is apostrophe. Use apostrophe symbol before the statement. Next, use another syntax. One is symbol oriented syntax, another is text oriented syntax, or you can say command oriented syntax. Use rem command followed by space. Use rem command followed by space. Just a minute. Generate the script. Suppose I want to make first line as comment using apostrophe symbol. First line as comment using apostrophe symbol. Say. Next, I want to make last line as comment using rem command followed by space. Next, you can make entire line as comment or partial line as comment. Suppose in third line, some part of the line executable unit. Suppose remaining part of the line statement. See, you can make partial line as comment, entire line as comment, or multiple lines comment. Comment block. Next, tell me Sujata, what is the syntax for comments in VBScript?
The first one is using the apostrophe symbol before the statement, sir. And another one is using REM command before the statement followed by space.
Good. Next, comment a block of statements. Comment a block of statements. Suppose I want to make some 40 lines or 50 lines as comment. That time you no need to use apostrophe symbol before every statement, or you no need to write rem command before every statement. One syntax is there. See, first step, select statements. Select statements. Next, use shortcut key control M, control plus M, plus only for understanding purpose, control M. Or tool navigation also there, tool navigation. See, first select statements. Select statements. Just a minute. Suppose I want to make last 3 lines as comment. Select statements. Go to edit menu, format, comment. Next, uncomment also same navigation. First, select comment block, edit menu, format, uncomment. See, select statements. Next, edit menu, format, comment. Next, uncomment. Same, select comment block, next use shortcut key control shift M, control shift M. Or tool navigation, select statements, next use edit menu, format, uncomment. Say, select statements, use shortcut key control M, next uncomment, select comment block, shortcut key control shift M. Otherwise, you know the tool navigation. Kanti, tool navigation. comment a block of statements. First select statements, next
Select the comment block,
pardon,
then select the comment block, then go to menu.
not comment block, select statements.
The statements.
First comment block, first commenting means first select statements, next edit menu,
Then format, then comment.
next uncomment.
Same select statement, edit menu.
Now not select statement, select comment block.
Select comment block.
Edit menu,
Edit, format, uncomment.
Okay. See, this is about comments, purpose of comments, comment syntax in VBScript, next comment a block of statements, next uncomment. Next, one more small topic, usage of comments in UFT. Usage of comments in UFT. See, we already discussed no restriction, no limitation for writing comments. You can write comments anywhere in the script. It is standard, not syntax rule. If you don't write comments, no issue. Script will execute. You can get your desired output, but script is not readable. So, readability point of view, write comments, meaningful comments. Next, no restrictions, no limitations for writing comments. But in 4 areas, even though no restrictions for writing comments, we prefer 4 areas for writing comments in EFT. First one is to write test headers. To write test headers. Next, to write function headers. Next, to explain the complex logic. Next, to explain the resources usage. See, first 2 I will show example, remaining 2 will discuss in scripting chapters. Okay. To write test headers, I will write one model test header, and remember, test headers may vary from one company to another. We will discuss one model test header. Based on your company test header, you can follow. Some companies may not use any test header, but writing test headers is best practice. See. Observe, my test requirement is verify the total in flight reservation. Verify the total in flight reservation, where total equal to tickets into price. That is my requirement. See, prefer end-to-end scenario. End-to-end scenario. See, first test name. test name. Verify the total in flight reservation. It is my test name. Next, author. ABCD. Next, date of creation. Suppose May 21st, 2015. Next, date of modification. See, it is new test at this point of time, not applicable. If you perform any changes, then you write the date. Next, prerequisites. Here you can mention required resource files. Suppose for this test, login.tsr, next abcd.vbs library file, etc. required. Next, test flow, just business flow. Here you write high level steps. First step, launch the application. Just high level steps enough. And log in and log into flight reservation. Otherwise, just I log in. Next, open an order and capture tickets, price, and total values. Next, see, whenever we read data from application objects or files, whenever we read data, then VBScript considers as string type data. In order to perform mathematical calculations, we need to convert the data. That concept we will discuss in next chapter, data types chapter. Just remember, we are capturing the data, means reading the data. Reading time, conversion required. See, convert the data and compare if the total equal to tickets into price or not. Next, at end, close the application. End to end scenario. Launching the application. Next, perform required operations and close the application. Close the application. See, this is one model test header. Tell me, Sujata, fields. Okay, test header names may vary from one company to another. Here we used one model test header. What are the fields?
Yes, sir. Test name. Verify the total in-flight reservation.
Okay. Details not required, just fields.
Author, date of creation, date of modification, prerequisites, test flow.
Good. Next, write function headers. Function headers. See, in function library, we use this test header. See, same. Function name. Suppose function name is login. Next, author ABCD. Next, date of creation. Date of creation. Next, date of modification. Say not applicable. Next, input, output, output or outcome. Output or outcome. Next, purpose of the function. Say input, agent name and password. Next, output, flight reservation window. Next, purpose, log into flight reservation application. Agent login. Agent login to flight reservation application. See, this is one model test header, function header. Next, to explain the complex logic and explain the resources usage, we will discuss in scripting chapters. Tell me, Madhuri, no restrictions and no limitations for writing comments. Generally, where we use comments in our UFT test automation?
We use to disable the code execution.
What I am asking, what you are telling. Where we use comments, where? I am not asking purpose. Where we use comments in UFT test automation. 4 areas I mentioned. Already I told no restrictions, no limitations. But 4 common areas I mentioned. What are the 4 common areas?
To write the test headers.
Test headers.
To write the function headers. To explain the complex logic. And to explain the resource usage.
Good. See, this is about comments. Writing comments depends on your talent. Next, as per our index, second chapter, this chapter also small chapter, data types. Data types. See here, first point, VBScript doesn't support explicit declaration of data types. Means no data type specification. See, VBScript doesn't support explicit declaration of data types. Only implicit declaration. For example, just a minute. In VBScript, only data type is variant. In VBScript, only data type is variant. It can hold any type of data. It can hold any type of data. It can hold any type of data, but how it considers data subtypes? See, based on usage of data, VBScript internally considers data subtypes. Follow the example. Suppose dim. Dim is VBScript statement for declaring variables. Dim stands for dimension. This is VBScript statement for declaration of variables. Dim city. Say city is variable name. What type of data it can be hold? What type of data? Any type. Based on usage of the data, it will consider. Suppose if you enter city equal to Hyderabad. See, for string type data, use double quotes. That is VBScript syntax rule. Then VBScript internally considers this data as string type data. Suppose after some statements, if you enter city equal to 100, see, for numeric values, no double quotes. If you enter double quotes, then VBScript considers as string type data only. See, integer. Next, after some time, just a minute. If you enter city equal to 1.24, then it considers double type data, floating point value. Next, after some time, if you enter city equal to sharp quotes 10/10/2015, then it will consider date type data. Date type. See, understand the concept, Sujata?
Yes, sir.
2 points we discussed in this chapter. So far 2 points. What are the 2 points?
VBScript doesn't support explicit declaration of data types. And in VBScript, only data type is variant. It can hold any type of data.
Okay. Say, based on usage of the data, VBScript considers data subtypes internally. Okay, VBScript considers then how end user knows? See here two important concepts. One is check data subtypes using VarType function. It is built-in function of VBScript as like MSG box. Check data subtypes using VarType function. Say VBScript considers data subtypes internally based on usage of the data. How end user knows? Using VarType function, end user can check data subtypes. Next, convert the data from one subtype. Why we need to convert the data, that I will explain. Just first concentrate on VarType, then we will discuss conversion. Convert the data from one subtype to another. Okay. See, first check data subtypes using VarType function. See, before going to discuss this topic, I will explain one general topic. In order to understand the VarType function, the topic is required. General topic, concentrate. Result in computer programming. Result in computer programming. See, otherwise you can say types of results in computer programming. See, basically we have three types of results in computer programming. Three types of results. One is value based result. Value based result. It is perfect result, exact result. Next, Boolean result. Boolean, or you can say logical result. Logical result. Next, constant based result. See here, built-in constants, predefined. You can get built-in constant values from help document. How to get, I will show. Built-in constants. See, these are the three types. Tell me, Kanti, types of test result in computer programming.
Value based result, Boolean, or third one is constant or based result.
Constant or based. See, first one value based result, second one Boolean or logical result, third one constant based result. See, first value based result. I will give an example. MSG box 5 plus 3. See, it will provide value based result 8. Or MSG box 4 multiplies 7. It will return value based result. run. See, first output 8 is value, second output 28, it is also value. Next, Boolean result or logical result, true or false, like logical result. Example, is numeric, it is also one of the built-in function. Is numeric function returns Boolean result. For example, MSG box is numeric of ABCD. What is the output? Expect, guess the output, Sujata. Boolean result means true or false?
False, sir.
False. Next, MSG box is numeric of 100. It is true. Just you can execute these statements. Run the script. See, first output false, second output true. Next, constant based result. Constant based. For example, VarType function provides constant based result. See, MSG box VarType of 100. You can use variable or direct value, no issue. See, it will return 2 for integer. This 2 is built-in constant, predefined. How to get built-in constant values? I will show. Just run the script. See, it is showing 2 for integer. How to know? See, if you want to get help for any keyword, select the keyword and press F1, then it will locate. Here observe constants 2. Observe Sujata, 2 for integer subtype na. 5 for double subtype, 7 for date, 8 for string, 9 for object, etc. Okay na?
Yes,
how to get
yes,
built-in constants? How to get?
Select the keyword and press F1, sir.
Then it will locate. See, yes. these constant values fixed, predefined. Okay. See, these are the 3 types of results in computer programming. Now come to mainstream. Check data subtypes using VarType function. See, VarType function returns Boolean constant based result. You can use variable or direct value. Suppose dim A, MSG box, VarType of A. See, we just declared A variable and didn't assign any value. Now A is empty variable. Built-in constant 0. 0 for empty, or you can say uninitialized. uninitialized. Next, a equal to 100. A equal to 100. 2 for integer. See, you can use direct value also, not only variable. How? A equal to 100. Direct value 100. MSG box VarType 100. See, 2 for integer. Next, suppose, just a minute. Within double quotes 100. A8. A8 for string. Next, you can use variable or direct value. 1.24. 5 for double. Next, date type data. See, use sharp quotes. 10/10/2010. See, 7 for date. Next, I'm creating object set A equal to, you don't concentrate on this syntax. Create object of scripting dot file system object. See, before this statement, A is just a variable. After A, enter dot nothing. After this statement, A is object. We created object, means we stored object reference. After A, enter dot C. Methods and properties coming from that class. Now, A is not variable. A is object. See, MSG box VarType of A. 9 for automation object. Just run the script. See, first 0 for empty, 2 for integer, again 2 for integer. Observe yellow arrow marking. Next 8 for string, 5 for double, 7 for date, 9 for automation object. Just a minute. See, MSG box VarType of ABCD. It is also string type data. 8 for string. Okay, now Madhuri, checking data subtypes.
Yes, sir.
Next, convert. Next practical concept in this data types chapter, convert the data from one subtype to another. First of all, why converting the data? Why we need to convert the data? Why we need to convert the data? Observe the problem. Dim A, dim B. A equal to 100. Suppose A equal to 10. B equal to 20. MSG box A plus B. See expected output 30. Run the script. See it is showing correct output. Observe one more small topic. In computer programming, value assignment. In computer programming, value assignment. Two types. One is initialization. Another is reading. Initialization means assigning value directly in the program or script. For example, A equal to 100. It is initialization. Next, reading. Reading again 4 types. Reading. Read data using input devices, means reading through keyboard and mouse. Next, read data from files. Next, read data from a database. Next, read data from application objects. Say I will show first one, read data using input devices. Last one, read data from application object. Middle two we will discuss later. For reading files, file system object required. For reading database objects required. See, next, read data using input devices. This is initialization. Initialization means assigning values directly in the program or script. This is initialization. Next, read data. How to read? Read data using input devices. Input box. It is also built-in function of VBScript. MSG box function for output. Input box function for reading input. Next, any meaningful message. Enter a value. Next, enter B value. Next calculation, A plus B. Run the script. See, it is asking enter A value. Suppose A value 10. Next enter B value. B value 20. Next tell me, Sujata, what is the expected output?
30, sir.
30. Click OK. What it is showing?
10 and 20 are
10
the
and
same
20. It is concatenating the values. Why? Reading time, VBScript considers data as string type data. So plus symbol concatenates the value. Concatenating. See, you read any data, numbers or alphabets or any data, VBScript considers as string type data. VBScript considers as string type data. In order to perform mathematical calculations, we need to convert the data. Just a minute. See, observe. If we read data, then VBScript considers as the data as string type data. String type data. In order to perform mathematical calculations, we need to convert the data. Okay, na Kanti? Why we need to convert the data?
VBScript always considers the data as string type data in order
Just
to
a
do
minute.
any math.
Repeat that sentence.
VBScript considers any type of data as string data.
Incorrect description. Incorrect. Sujata, did you identify that problem in that sentence? What she told?
VBScript considers the data as string type data, but if we read data, then VBScript considers the data as string type data.
Your description also confusion. See what Kanti told. VBScript considers data as string type data. No. Suppose if I initialize the data, if I initialize the values, then VBScript can provide correct output. Only reading time. See, you don't forget that one. Reading time, if you read the data, then VBScript considers as string type data. Put mute. Then VBScript considers as string type data. If you want to perform mathematical calculations, we need to convert the data. That is the concept. Isn't it, Kanti?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. See, if we read the data, then VBScript considers as string type data. In order to perform mathematical calculations, we need to convert the data. How to convert? Using conversion functions. See, using conversion functions. These also built-in functions. Using conversion functions, we can convert the data. Observe. See 1, 2. Expected output 3, but it is showing 1, 2, concatenating. Convert the data. See. Convert to integer. cint. The cint is built-in function of VBScript. Anyhow, we will discuss all important built-in functions in built-in functions chapter. Now, just I am using cint function, situation demanding. Again, we will discuss in built-in functions chapter. Next, cint of b. What is cint function? It converts string type data into integer subtype. Run 1, 2. Expected result 3. See, it is showing correct output 3. See, this is after conversion. This is before conversion. Next, I will show one more example. Concentrate. Say dim val. Val is just variable name. You can use any name. Val equal to read input. Tell me the syntax, Aarti. Read input from input device. Read input using input devices.
Well, maybe 100. Input.
Read val using input devices. Tell me the syntax for that usage.
Input box.
Good. Input box of
double quote.
Message. Any meaningful message.
Yeah. Maybe enter a value or something. Yeah.
Yes. Enter a value. Okay. After entering the value, check the data subtype. VarType of val. What is the output? Madhuri, what is the output? Third statement output.
It's strings.
String. 8 for string.
2.
Not 2. 2 integer.
8 for string, yes.
8 for string. Next, convert the data. See. Another type of usage, val equal to cint of val. Don't confuse. Converting the val and converting the value and storing into same variable. Anyhow, variables take latest values. Now check this one. MSG box VarType of val. See, a last statement output depends on input. And one more thing, we cannot convert alphabets into integers. We can convert numbers only. See, we can't convert alphabets into integer or double type. It will show error. First run. Suppose 1 2 3, it is a number only, but reading time it considers string, 8 for string. Next, after conversion using cint function, 2 for integer. Next, ABCD, reading time 8 for string only. Any data, then VBScript considers as string type data only. Next, if you try to convert these alphabets into integers, error. Next, read from application objects. Suppose tickets. Observe the tickets value, Sujata. What type of data? Tickets. Integer or string or double or date type data? What type of data?
Integer.
Integer type.
Integers.
But if you read the data, VBScript considers string type only. See. Design step generator. Take hand icon. Show the tickets object. See get RO property. Value. Text property. Variable tickets. Next, MSG box VarType of tickets. What is the output, Kanti? Last statement output.
8, sir.
8. 8 for string. 8 for string. Okay. Next, convert. You can directly convert. MSG box VarType of cint of tickets. See 2 for integer. Run. 100. Reading time 8. 8 for string. After conversion using cint function 2. 2 for integer. Next, tickets reading time 8. 8 for string. Next, after conversion 2. 2 for integer. See. This is about data types. Next chapter, variables. See, first chapter index. What is variable? Next, declaration of variables. Next, option, explicit statement. Next, assigning values to variables. Next, purpose of variables. Next, naming restrictions. Next, scope of variables. Next, types of variables. Next, array variables. See, under this array variables, dynamic, see, constant, dynamic, and dimensional arrays. Next, assigning series of values to an array variable. See, this is the chapter index. See, first, what is variable? Have any idea, Kanti, what is variable?
To store the data.
To store the data. That is usage of variable. Purpose of variable.
To store the data.
We use variables. Okay. Sujata, tell me what is variable?
A named memory location to store the data set.
Yes. See. A named memory location to store the data. See, he used memory term. In computer environment, we have two types of memories. One is primary memory. Another is secondary memory. See, variables, primary memory. Variable store in primary memory. RAM, random access memory. See, when you start the script execution, variables load into primary memory. After completion of the execution, they remove from the RAM. See, during execution only, variables load into primary memory. After execution, they remove from the RAM. Next, secondary memory means, give some examples for secondary memory, Madhuri. Secondary memory.
Arrays.
Array.
Yes.
Aarti. Secondary memory.
CD,
Yes.
ROM, USB drive,
See,
HDD.
hard disk drive. Next, CD-ROM. Nowadays, DVD. Next, USB drive, etc. See, variables store in primary memory, not in secondary memory. See, in computer environment, there are two types of memory. Two types of memory. Variable store in, say, variable store in primary memory. RAM. Next, declaration of variables. Declaration of variables. Say, using public or private or dim statements, we can declare variables in VBScript, but forget about public and private. Generally, web developers use those statements. In our test automation point of view, we use dim statement, dim, dimension. Say, using either public or private or dim statements, we can declare variables. Okay. How to declare? Example, dim A. Suppose I want to declare multiple variables. Say, dim X, Y, Z, like that. Say, by separating with commas, we can declare multiple variables in a statement. If you take new line, again you need to use dim statement. For example, dim XYZ or you can declare like this, multiple statements. Dim X, dim Y, dim Z. See, both are correct. Declaration of variables. Next, we already discussed VBScript supports explicit and implicit declaration of variables. See, change the topic name. Okay, we will use option explicit. First, implicit. VBScript supports implicit and explicit variables. See, you know what is implicit variable and what is explicit variable. First declare, then use. That is explicit variable. Without declaration, directly using, that is implicit variable without declaration. Say dim EA equal to 100. Tell me, Kanti, is it implicit variable or explicit variable?
Explicit variable, sir.
Huh?
Explicit.
Good.
Explicit variable.
Okay. Explicit variable. Next, B equal to 200. It is implicit. We didn't declare, directly using. MSG box A plus B. Run the script. See 300. It is showing correct output. See, one problem is there using implicit variables. See, we may misspell variables. See, I will show an example. Tickets, price, tickets, price, total. 3 variables. Suppose tickets equal to 7, price equal to 100. Next, total equal to tickets into price. See, my expected output is 700. Run the script. See, it is showing 0. It is not showing any error, but showing incorrect output. Not showing error, showing incorrect output. Why? What is the problem? Identify the problem. Kanti, identify the problem in this script.
Sir, price.
Spell mistake, na? See, declaration time I used PRICE. Value assignment time I used PRICE. Next, calculation time I used PRIE. But it is not showing any error. Why? VBScript considers VBScript supports implicit variables. Footnote: VBScript point of view, this PRI is new variable. Anyhow, VBScript considers implicit variables. So by default variable value is 0. Something into 0, it is showing 0. Incorrect output. See, this is the problem with implicit variables. See here, 0. Incorrect output. Here we have to use option explicit statement. Option explicit statement. Say, what is option explicit? It forces declaration of all variables in a script so that we can avoid misspell problems. See, if we use any undeclared variable, it will show error. Then you can rectify the problem. You can correct the problem. Run. See, it is showing variable is undefined. See, Sujata, what is option explicit statement? What is option explicit?
Option explicit statement, it forces declaration of all variables in the script, sir.
Okay. See, it forces declaration of all variables in a script. And it should be the first statement. It should be the first statement. Next, assigning values to variables. See, we already discussed assigning values to variables, two types. See, not only in VBScript, assigning values to variables is two types. One is initialization, another is Arti. One is initialization, another is
Reading from the application object or input device.
okay, reading.
Reading, yeah.
Reading. See, one is initialization. Initialization means what is initialization? Arti, continue. What is initialization?
We can put it directly in the script.
See, assign
initialize the variable. Assign the variables.
Assign the value directly. Assign the value directly in the script.
Directly.
Reading means read from files or databases or input device or read through input devices. Reading. See, initialization, reading. See, example. See, dim num1, num2, num1 equal to 100, num2 equal to input box, enter num2 value, next MSG box, num1, run, just a minute, run, see asking num2 value, suppose num2 200, see num1 already 100, see output 300. See here conversion not mandatory, only one value we are reading, one value initialized value. If two values we are reading, if the two values are reading, then conversion required. Anyhow, that I will explain in operators chapter. This is initialization. Next, this is reading. Next, see, I will be back in 5 minutes. Purpose of variables. Okay, you know the purpose. Purpose is storing the data. I will show different usages. See, dim a equal to 100. This is just holding the value, otherwise holding the data. We didn't say anything. Later we can use this value. Use, don't use, that is different. Just hold the value. Next, storing the data that returned by a function, either built-in function or user defined function. Storing the data that returned by a function. Example, a equal to now. Now is built-in function of VBScript. It returns current system date and time. Next, storing the data that returned by a program. Program means any formula. Suppose a equal to 10 to the power of 3 into 2. MSG box A. Next, storing object reference. Storing object reference. Set A equal to create object of scripting dot file system object. File system object. Say before this statement A is just variable, after the statement A is automation object. Next, as parameter. Just a minute. Record open order operation. Suppose I want to open first 5 records for ORD. ORD is just variable. See here, pass variable as parameter. Just observe the data using wait statement. It is optional. Run. Just holding the value. Next, storing the data that written by a function. Storing the data that written by a program. Next, storing object reference. Next, as parameter. See 1 to 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me, Sujata, purpose of variables. See, general purpose, storing the data. We discussed different types of usage.
Yes, sir. One, like holding the data.
Yes.
Second purpose is storing the data that returns by a function. Storing the data that returns by a program or a formula. And storing object reference and also as a parameter.
Okay. Next topic, naming restrictions. See, naming restrictions. First one, variable name should start with alphabet. After alphabet, you can use numbers, but first letter should be alphabet. Variable name should start with alphabets. First letter. See, I will show the example. See, dim ABC. Observe Madhuri, is it correct syntax or incorrect?
Incorrect, sir.
Why?
Uh,
Why incorrect?
It
is correct only. It is correct. Observe. No error. You can assign values to this ABC. See, ABC is single word.
But we have to declare it in double string.
Why double string? Variables.
Quotes, no, sir. Double quotes.
Variables, double quotes. Who told?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Don't use double quotes for variables. Not only for variables. Don't use double quotes for any keyword. ABC single word. See, it is correct syntax. What is the problem? Say. Correct. Next. Dim A9. Kanti. Correct or incorrect?
Correct, sir.
Correct. Next, Dem 7AB. Aarti.
Incorrect, sir.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Okay. Run the script. Say incorrect. See, this is first restriction. Next, should not contain variables. Variable names should not contain embedded periods. See, dim ABC. It is correct syntax. Next, dim A space BC. See, space is embedded period. It is incorrect.